Hey, it's Nina Nevsky with Worship Piano Tutorials, and today I want to show you how to play the song You Can Have It All, or just Have It All by Bethel. Just so beautiful. I'm going to go through the entire song first, and then I'm going to go from verse and chorus and give you all the details. Before I begin, I want to remind you that if you want to transform your piano playing and your ministry, go to pianoministrycourse.com, where I teach you how to play in different situations that we get put into, such as like doing a sermon or prayer or making an introduction much longer than it should be, things like that. So I'm going to start off with the song. It just has a really quiet introduction. You can have it all, Lord. Every part of my world. Take this life and breathe on this heart that is now yours. You can have it all, Lord. Every part of my world. Take this life and breathe on this heart that is now yours. Oh, the joy I found surrendering my crowns at the feet of the King, who surrendered everything. Oh, the peace that comes when I'm broken and undone. Unfailing grace, I can lift my voice and say, You can have it all, Lord. Every part of my world. Take this life and breathe on this heart that is now yours. this point, you can kind of go back to the chorus. You can have it all, Lord. Or you can stay on the bridge. You can go anywhere from here on. But it's such a beautiful song. I totally fell in love with it. So now I'm going to go from verse to the chorus. And I'm going to explain all the details for you. And so this is how you play the introduction. Really simply, you're just staying on G. And you're pressing on the third of G. You can actually keep your finger on this B the entire verse. So then you go and you start with the chorus. So you can have it all, Lord. So super quiet. With your left hand, you're just doing G and D. Sort of like a flowy style. So you need that kind of movement in your hand. I actually have a lesson on the flowy style. It's so amazing for piano playing. Every part of my world, take this heart and breathe on. Go back to G, then A minor. This heart that is now yours. Up, G. So you start with G again. You can have it all, Lord. But super quiet. This is such a still, quiet chorus. And then you go to E minor. You can play the third and fifth of E minor. Every part of my world. Again, pressing and kind of letting go. Just letting the sustain pedal hold the sound. Take this life and breathe on. So C. Again, that flowy style. Back to G, and then A minor. This heart that is now yours. And you can press on the G too, as a transition if you want. The heart that is now yours. Or you can play the C. You can have it all, Lord. And back into that chorus. So you play that through really quietly, really still, and then you go into verse 1. And it's interesting how this song starts with the chorus and goes to the verses, and then you go into the E minor for the verse. So, oh, the joy, and then C, I found, and then G. Surrendering my crowns. You see that E minor, C, G. Again, E minor, C, G. And then you go into the A minor. At the feet of G, the King, D. Who surrendered everything. So when I played this song and sang before, I did inverted chords. And I actually forget that many of you guys don't know what inverted chords are. So right now I'm showing it to you with the original chords, like an A minor, G, and D. But when I played, I think I did A minor and G like this and D like that. See, inverted chords help me not to move my hand around too much. So instead of playing A minor, G, D, I do A minor, G, D. So like my hand kind of stays in the same area. If inverted chords are a totally new thing for you, I have a lesson on inverted chords where I like give you a chart that explains everything, and there's a video lesson that explains everything, but they are amazing. They're going to change your piano playing life. So you can play inverted chords or just the original chords. So A minor, G, and D. I love the part. At the feet of the King. I love that melody there. It's so beautiful. Anyway, so verse 2, you can kind of build up and play a little louder if you want. So, oh, the peace that comes. Again, you have the E minor, C, and G. Notice that I'm pressing on the triad chord with my right hand a lot more, and I'm pressing on the bass notes a lot more. So instead of playing the flowy style, maybe I'm playing more just like with one finger, but pressing more often. So, oh, the peace I find. Notice that bass. go into that second chorus nice and loud if you're especially a male singer and you can sing that part high. But if you're a female and you're singing it really low, you can go and be quieter in that second chorus. Anyway, so verse 1 is louder, verse 2 is louder, then going back to the chorus, you can keep it loud or quiet again. Oh Lord. I chose to keep it quiet because of my voice. It's really low. I don't like to go super loud when my voice is low. But you can do whatever you want. You can build up. Take this stuff and breathe on. This heart that is now. So see, the way we build up is we press on the bass a lot and you press on the triads a lot. So after this second chorus, you can go through it twice or just once, and then go into the instrumental. With your right hand, you're playing these notes: E, F sharp, G, B, and then you're playing D, F sharp, G, A. So with the chords, you're playing C with your bass, E minor, and then G and D. And you're just gonna play that together. So C and then E, right? E here, C here. So you could either play it like that or an entire C, like the 1 and 5 of C. You can kind of start it quieter like that. Then you can pick up the bass a little bit. See, my hands are really small. It's really hard for me to do octaves, so sometimes I just do 1 and 5 instead. If you can do octaves with your right hand, it's even better. So see how much more powerful that sounds? It's really hard for me to do octaves because of my small hand, but if you could do octaves here, that is just beautiful. So that's how you do the instrumental. It's so beautiful, and you eventually build up so loud by pressing on that bass notes a lot so that you can go into the bridge built up. And the bridge is the same chords as the instrumental, okay? So you're doing... an inverted D. But do you see how much adding that bass really adds to it? Okay, so it's really important to add the bass. If you want, you can keep it in a flowy style too. So like, so do this with your left hand. You can also do that if you are advanced enough to play the flowy style, or just play like that. Anyway, so that's pretty much the entire song. You can go back to the instrumental, back to the bridge, or back to the chorus, whatever you wish. It is such a beautiful song. I'm so glad it got requested so many times because I never knew it before, so I had to kind of learn it, and I'm so happy that I did. Anyway, if you are interested in what you would rather play during prayer rather than like songs and distracting people, if you're faced with situations where you have to play during prayer, go ahead and get a free prayer guide that I have here. It's a PDF that shows you 3 things that I did to play during prayer that totally changed the atmosphere when people pray, and instead of distracting them with familiar songs, I just play things that I have in the PDF, and you can get that by clicking on the link. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next free tutorial. Bye.